So this is US oil analysis for Wednesday. It's US oil analysis for Wednesday, the 12th of September. Now let's just have a look at prices and where price may likely go. So previously we had price come down towards this 6712. Saw this bullish buy side momentum again come down towards 6712. Saw that bullish buy side momentum. Went into this consolidation around 6773. Saw this sharp acceleration away from the 6773, breaking above 6819, closing in above the 6850. Saw this continued buy side momentum take us through the 6951 here to the upside. We've gone into another upwards consolidation here on the US oil. So if we do see this momentum follow through here to the upside on the US oil, the very next level of note that we are looking at here on the US oil would be a move up towards that 70.79, successful break from which we then look at price head up towards that 71.50. There we go. So we'll then look for price hit up towards that 71.50, successful break from which we then possibly targeting that 72.39 here on the US oil. If, however, we do have a bit of a turnaround and we do go for a test of the 69.51 and we don't find major support and use it as a springboard for a move towards that 70.79, if instead what we do see is a breakdown from this 69.51 here on the US oil, we will then potentially looking for price to break down towards that 68.19. Should be aware of the 200 and 400 period moving averages, but there for our next horizontal level note, if we do see a breakdown from 69.51, it's a move down towards that 68.19. Successful break from which we then look for price head down towards that 67.73. Previously this area where we did have this consolidation here on the US oil in around that 67.73, and if there is sufficient volatility to the downside, may just see that 67.12 tested, and beyond that we're looking for a move down towards the 66.71. We'll anticipate 66.71 coming into focus here on the US oil. May just see the far end of the range here if we do have a particularly volatile day. Let's bear with me a second here. So if we do have a particularly volatile day, may just see the far end of the range being around that 67.12 if we do see a breakdown in prices, counter to this trend that we have seemed to have developed over the past couple of sessions here on the US oil. What we'll do now is have a look here at the daily chart, see how prices are developing. So on this daily chart, we were mentioning the prices were starting to head downwards. Now we did say there was some bullish momentum underpinning this market as indicated by these wicks here in around that 67.12, and what we have seen is a pretty strong accelerated momentum on yesterday's prices. We did close near our highs, pretty strong candle, notable due to its open to close range and the fact that it has closed near its high, pretty large candle, and we've not seen that momentum follow through to a great degree so far. It's seen a bit of a pullback, but it is a very strong move. So we'll see whether we can sustain this increased bullish buy side momentum and take us up towards that 70, 79, and eventually possibly that 72.39. But at present, we can see we do have a low here. We do have a higher low posted somewhat, especially after holding that 67.12. So we'll see if we continue to maintain a bullish stance, see prices go on to trade beyond the 71.50 and start to head up towards that 72.39 and beyond. Now if we do have prices return towards that 72.88 or possibly that 73.16 and encounter major resistance, there is a possibility of putting in a bit of a head and shoulders pattern here from a daily chart perspective. And if that is the case, possibly looking for a move back down towards that 64.75 here on the US oil. But we should also be aware of the 200 period moving average currently sitting in around that, slightly above the 65.60, I think it is. Let's just have a look. Yes, it's in around that 65.60. So if we do see a breakdown from that 72.88 or that $73 barrel mark, possibly looking for a move down towards that 65.60 or even that 64.75 here on the US oil. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US oil analysis. Thanks for watching.